Sport already have a similar thing. They have a one-on-one ESN or something like that. I don't know the name, but it's a really good thing, and we'll try to give out in the next year that book or booklet or how you can call it for the whole network, so everyone has a guideline for the new volunteers.
Speakers, this is open. Margarida.
But the questions were just a yes or no, which doesn't have enough depth for like meaningful feedback. And how are you going to circumvent that this year?
So first, the recommendations is like, as I told you, it's the revision of the tool to try to make it more appealing for the sections and to understand fully how the section is really working, like these sections. But we also we write comments on everything, like okay, it's a yes, but we write comments and we evaluate about everything that you've done. Yeah. We'll try to make it clear so we can have like mas tipo gradiente de resposta em vez de ser só sim ou não. I don't know if this answers your question.
Minho ou preferimos? Hi, sorry. So we think that it's an amazing initiative to think about the survival guide that you mentioned. However, we want to ask you, what do you think that it must be done regarding the local recruitment, since we have seen that that's kind of an issue in mostly all of the sections?
Yeah, recruitment is still a major issue in.
Anyone else for the speakers list? I propose to close the speakers list. Speakers list is closed. Thank you.
So, we're gonna have an energizer because I'm sick of looking at you dying. Who wants to come here? Gigi. And? Gigi to the stage.
Alguém de Castelo Branco que fez
Sem pôr palco, toda a secção, vamos lá. É metade a pé.
Não é TikTok. Não é TikTok.
Energizer.
Vou comprar essas meias também agora, não é? 16€ cada uma. Poções, 16. Está vazio,
Pessoal, uma nota só para os aliados. Pessoal, todos de pé, todos de pé. Todos de pé.
Live stream is going to get flagged if you don't put the sound in the video. Your live stream is going to get taken offline if you put the sound on. You need to turn off the camera and the volume.
People, so we're going to do a little energizer.
Pessoal, é preciso. Pessoal,
Okay, so we're gonna do a little energize, just a little dance.
Obrigado por isso. Obrigado. Não consigo. Next topic. Guys, please sit down now that you're energized. Now it's recommendations for a 3-year strategy. And go.
So yes, I put your money was already in for the computer. Okay, so we are going now to present our recommendations for the 3-year strategy that is going to be voted in the NP Porto next year.
Bem, então já passei no consolidado. Eu passei, mas não... Ah, eu tenho que passar na live, não ali. Ah, já entendi, já entendi. Ok.
Okay, just for the sake for you to understand how the strategy was built, I also put a timeline on this because this is a very thought through process and I think it's important for you to understand. To building strategy, we got presentation of the first draft in this NP. After this NP, what is going to happen is that we have to analyze the feedback that you are going to give now. And we are going to also to give this document to the audit team, to key stakeholders, for example the national agency, for them also to be consulted, but also to the alumni. Like I said yesterday in my candidacy, the goal is for the pool of experts to start the 3-year strategy. So some alumni in Portugal and for them to give their input, how the strategy can be improved, and then we can start the pool of experts. After, of course, that the new national board will have their inputs, and because this is going to be their strategy, they are going to be the ones that they are going to actually implement the strategy, so it's important. The final draft will be sent in October, and the proposal will be voted in November in the NP board. Okay, just for the strategy, we are going to do more additional documents. We have to do a report from the previous strategy, the one that we still have now. And we are also making a 3-year strategy, the process document. This was a document that also did, and is actually being really useful to understand how the strategy was. I also want to give, we also want to lead this to keep this document for the next generations of national boards to have and to be easier for them to also build a strategy for us in Portugal. Just for you to understand, apart from your consultation, we also consulted more documents. Of course, the key documents, the current 3-year strategy, the feedback from other national organizations, and the Erasmus program. Okay, in these recommendations we already have some areas defined. Of course, this can be changed with the inputs that we are going to receive, but we already tried to define some areas that we are going to explore. So, starting with the support.
Pessoal, desculpem lá. Literalmente, isto é o documento que vai guiar a Federação por 3 anos. Se não estão com vontade de estar aqui, vão lá para fora. Agora, estarem todos quatro ao telemóvel, a rir e a fazer gracinhas para o lado, a apresentação para rir já foi de manhã.
Okay, continuing with the supporting structures as the first recommendation. As you know, we want to change a bit the supporting structures mandates that we already presented in this NP, but we also recommend for the president to change a bit their structure, but also the VP. We think it's really important for the VP to have a similar structure than the one that TS International actually SN Spain has, that is a network and care team. We actually, Philippe, when he was trying to make the study visits, we understand that the amount of work there is to do study visits around the country is too much for one person, and it's really important to have a team established to take care of the network and also to take care of the special events in Portugal. And to have persons allocated by section and by region is much easier to expand and also take care of our sections. Also, the pool of experts are already explained my candidacy, so I'm not going to go deeper on this topic.
So regarding the restructure of the national board and actually local boards, throughout these past 2 years, we have been through a restructuring of the positions and the priorities of the position of the national board, and we are leaving the recommendation that now it's time to settle or to make sure all the positions know what they're doing and that the secretary has space to grow and understand its job, but most importantly to actually provide help to the local sections that do want to change their local boards, whether it's now or in the future.
Continue with the secretariat. It's important that we grow the secretariat, and also the thing that we are now more concerned with is to do a strategy. The previous national board actually did a strategy for the secretariat, but now with the new positions we actually need to review the strategy and put in place. Also, I'm going to Brussels tomorrow, and I'm going to have a secretariat meeting with US International where I'm going to speak about this a bit. And also, we advise that the next position to be added permanently to the secretariat is a financial officer to support the treasurer with his tasks. Regarding communities, I think Pedro can go a big deal about the IT community if he wants, but we think some communities work a lot better than the others, and I think it's important that we understand the specificalities of each community for them all to be empowered and for them all to work, because the communities are here to support you in all your, and this needs to be improved for the future. Regarding the office, the office is mandatory by the grant, so we need to have an office until the end of this year in order to have the the EBS volunteers. But our goal in the future is to have to keep our legal address too, but to probably explore other options in the country regarding a permanent office, mainly in Coimbra if possible. Mainly due to the cost of the living costs of the volunteers, because the grant covers the living costs of the voluntary corps, but we need to always do the math to cover these things.
Thank you. Okay, so regarding the financial scheme, we already talked a bit about the question from Coimbra regarding the SN card. In this sense, is to open the discussion, as you see in the document. It's like a new dawn, so we are actually full hands on deck with the growth of the secretariat, and this will bring the budget and our financing needs and our cash flow to completely different levels in terms of dimension. So it's important for us as a federation to understand what is the financing scheme from Eastern Portugal. Okay, so at the moment we have 3-4 sources of revenue, so it's important to understand with you what should be our priorities, what should be the priorities of the federation, to understand how can we continue grow, and this growth is not made possible, for example, by the lack of financing. Okay, so the discussion about the SN card, about the membership that we'll also discuss, but this is a key important factor. Also, it's important for us to try to consult National Youth Council to understand what's their structure of financing in their activity.
So regarding the pool of trainers, as Leitão, even in this candidacy told, like it's one of our biggest assets of the network. So we want to make it even asset. We want to focus on the training. We want to do training for trainers, so everyone can be able to give training, and as well as reach out to other organizations that also does training, so we can do common training between the two organizations. For example, mental health, like we don't know anything about mental health, we're not experts of mental health, and there's a lot of associations that deal with that regularly. Reach out to those associations.
Regarding the code of conduct, this is one of the most important documents in the federation, but we feel that the sections don't know how to implement them locally, and we believe that it's important that for us to do some training on the sections for them to know how to use the code of conduct, for also protection for some situations that can happen internally, and for them to understand how can they solve better the situations that happen internally.
Okay, so regarding the internal audit, in here, as we saw and as I said moments before, we are expecting to grow a lot in terms of process, in terms also of money, let's say, okay, in capacity, and this means that we're probably going to need to also open a discussion on how we do our internal audit. Okay, at the moment we have the audit team, but it's not completely out of the mind to have external auditors. So this is something that we need to bring. It's something that a lot of non-profit organizations already have in place, and I think and we think that this is a really important tool to continue the professionalization and to also to other report that we make, not only to you because the audit to external parties and external stakeholders, because they will demand from us this level of detail, and you also going to need it.
Okay guys, we're lacking a bit of time, so I'm going to speak a bit this area because I speak almost about this topic in my candidacy, so the only thing that I didn't speak in my candidacy was about the councils. So basically, group and CISP were a bit of tricky the last years. So what we want to do is basically, now that they changed because they have always rectors in charge of these two councils, now that they changed the rectors because this is cyclic, we intend to approach them, try to approach them again, and also try to cooperate with the National Council of Youth because they are the ones that actually advise the government on the educational policies in Portugal.
Okay, so quickly just about these 2 points. Basically, the recommendations that we left are for us to keep strengthening our presence in the network through the attendance to the international events and also international teams and other positions, and also the cooperation with other ASEAN countries such as ASEAN Iberia or SWEP countries, or the SWEP countries. Okay, so also other recommendation that we leave is that ASEAN services that we need to share and need to promote better on our federation, and it's also a recommendation that we're leaving, such as activities.asian.org or My ASEAN Career and so on.
Again, the quality assurance, as we presented in the last presentation, knowledge transfer. I think that everyone pointed out, even in LBM, where we talked a lot about this, that's a thing that's lacking in our federation, so it needs to be tackled. Validation of volunteer, of course, without the volunteers we can do anything, so it's time to give the effort that the volunteers do, especially strategy. Of course, we need to expand of the network, training, which is also important, recruitment and onboarding, it's self-saying, and project grants.
So it's a recommendation to actually search out and look for more grants related, especially to the ASEAN causes, so we can use them better on that area.
So yeah, basically about the Erasmus National Games and about the Erasmus National Meeting, it's for us to start to see it as a whole experience throughout the year and not only different events and separated. So sections and our federation the members need to want to invest on the Erasmus National Game, not only nationally but locally, and for you to give an opportunity for the project to grow. Basically, this is it. And for the Erasmus National Meeting is mostly about us to have a settled event, and for ESN be able to grow the event and to have it a more investment on the part of sustainability in terms of environmental sustainability, more accessibility for these events, and to try to make it for everyone. And one note that we would like to leave as well is that we need to find some ways to not depend that much on terms of budget and profit from the ENM. But yeah, basically this is it.
And regarding the projects, it's basically to keep the projects that we already have, but actually give them more visibility and have them as key projects inside of ESN and key things that we do inside the network, such as the Christmas with Portuguese families / retailers, the buddy program Erasmus in schools, and also the social impact teams, which is something that we need to improve and keep improving, which is the social impact that we have in our local communities and within the international community.
Okay, so regarding the financial sustainability, I will start first of all for the reserve fund. So I think this is something that in the next 3 years we should achieve what we discussed already in terms of our goals and in terms of covering our risks. And then we should move also in the next 3 years for an investment plan, okay? So basically that we're gonna have a lot of projects and we aim to have a lot of grants for projects. We should also create a strategy on how we're gonna spend facilities in terms of equipment. Also I have it there, the main sources of financing, so you have the grants, you have the SN card, you have the membership fee, the survival guide and the merchandising, okay? So I'm just gonna go briefly. In terms of grants, we already talked about it, okay? So we should continue to professionalize the way that we can apply for these grants. The membership fee is a discussion that we're gonna have to have due to the fact that TSN International changes the landscape of the membership fee, so it's something that we should also consider in a way of what should be the membership fee that you are paying to us. At the moment, you know that we are not charging you any membership fee, okay, but this is probably something that we need to consider. The Survival Guide, as you know, last year it was the first year that the Survival Guide project was sustainable with you and a partner, so we should continue to promote the Survival Guide project with our partners and to increase the revenue that you get from there. The ESN card again is to consider the ESN card as the main product from ESN Portugal, so it's not just a card, it's a product management. That's why you should have also a marketing plan like ESN International has. And in terms of merchandising, that is something that we should do also to promote our brand and to also to get revenue, not only for ESN Portugal but also for the local sections. And in terms of the commercial partners, here I want to reinforce that it's our opinion that we should focus on the affiliate marketing schemes like Vodafone, like the new possible partner that you're going to have with Free now. There we can have a commission based on your Erasmus performance, and that we can then, between sections, we can split the results like Vodafone. That I think it's probably the best partner that we have also for you, for the students, and for the federation as well.
About the communication, it's necessary to think a strategy, an internal marketing strategy, and try to rethink the way we are communicating inside the sections and inside the network to develop and to engage more the volunteers. It's necessary as well to develop a public relationship strategy, because this is a topic that is always talked about, but it's really hard to take that. But now we have more grants and we have a lot of big projects, events, and we need to show it. Advocacy strategy, this is like illustrates the duties between the president and the communication manager, and the communication manager should the president with the advocacy, and obviously the section's visibility. It's really important to give more space to the section to show their work and to be proud, exactly, sorry, to be proud of their work, basically.
Okay, regarding the IT recommendations, most of them were actually human resource based, so they were bundled together with the previous recommendations, so less for me to talk about, thankfully. So the three main topics, four actually, I forgot to talk about ESN Portugal before, but the ESN Portugal, ensuring that the adoption of ESN Portugal by those sections is really big priority, and the expansion of its features. It's an excellent platform that we use for our events, as you know, and using it and expanding it is definitely top priority. IT solutions, I mean, what I mean by this is like going to support the sections with, I don't know, IT solutions, you know, like ways to automate their desks, their day-to-day tasks. For example, we talked with TSN Lisboa about automating the process of using their housing database. So instead of manually assigning each house, doing it automatically. It's just an example. Finally, I also put there the internal platform, which is not like Portal. I think developing the platform for the next 3 years will also be sure that our IT resources in the ESN do not stagnate, because being a WPA managing site is it's stagnating. So what I would mean by this platform will be a way to, not like ESN Portal, but to keep track of our ESN strategy for all these years. So data such as how many Erasmus schools you did this year and on the previous years, and get like a comparison. Finally, the process of digitalization of for example, Erasmus digital papers and stuff. Thank you.
Speakers list is open.
Can I just say something before you finish? Also, I want to appreciate all of you that help us building this strategy, and I want to give a lot of appreciation to Marina Joloto that help us in the final stage of these recommendations, and also to highlight that these are only recommendations that need to be finished by your next national board. Thank you.
Okay, Margarida, Sena.
Yes, and at this point you're tired of me, yes, I know. I just have a question, because you've been using interchangeably ES and European Solidarity Corps Volunteer, ESC, so I just want to ask what's the difference if there is one, and to clarify.
It's the same. One is the Portuguese word, because the program used to have a different name, and that's the old name in Portuguese that everybody uses because they got used to it, and the other one is the name correctly. ESECS.
ESC.
Thank you. Is the correct name in English.
Okay.
Anyone else for the speakers list? I propose to close the speakers list. Speakers list is closed.
Okay, now, so we are going to do a bit of update of our grand and sustainable financial update since our last MP. She already the majority of this in the report, but we thought that it's important for us to have a topic dedicated to this, for to clarify doubts regarding financial stability in Portugal.
You can go one slide. Okay, so I want to stress here two things that are first of all related to there's going to be some differences between what we have here in terms of pending values and what we have there with in this with a midterm report. Okay, basically because of two things. Okay, so at the moment in the RAC, okay, in the midterm report, I have the values that are obliged to us to receive and that are not depending on us, that are depending on the report that we are making. In here we have two more grants that I didn't consider in the midterm report due to the fact that well, they are a bit old grants also, and there's a chance that we might not receive the full amount. So to be conservative, I didn't put these values. Okay, so the values that you find here pending to are higher than what we have in the RAC on the RAC, just as a matter of precaution. Okay, so I evaluated the risk of receiving or not receiving. There's still, let's say, 75% chance that we receive this money, but because it's not 100%, I decided not to put this value just for you to also to have a clear idea. So in the worst case scenario, RAC is what we have. This is the best case scenario. Okay, so you can go on forward. Okay, so at the moment, the pending values that you have. Thank you so much. So first of all, we have the national agency grant. Okay, so you saw the protocol that we signed in Madeira. So this is the value that is pending of 14,000 euros. This value is pending for one reason, is because there's a public contract associated with this, and there's the person that is responsible to transfer the money. It's complicated. It's holidays and you know, férias and and that's it's a bit of delay. We are in direct contact with the president. I think it's president of the national director, so not president. Sorry, the director of the national agency. We are in contact also with more people. So we hope this issue is solved. Okay, it's a procedural due to the fact that it's more than 6,000 euros. So it's a public contract and there is more rules for them to approve. So we have the ESA capacity. In here we have almost 20,000. This is the grant that we got approved and we actually submit expenses for this amount of money. However, as you saw in the RAC, I only put 15,000. So I put here a degree of safety that we might not receive all the amount because they might consider that 1, 2, 3, 4 expenses are not eligible for example, okay? We have the European Parliament grant, okay, that is the EPG that supported the national games also, that we are waiting on, it's with the SN International, so it's something that it will solve soon. You can move for one, yeah. Okay, so this is more internal thing. So from the responsible party, they supported the Erasmus National Games also with 800 euros. So we are waiting on them to transfer this amount. So we had some issue because we need to register ourselves as providers. So there's a lot of documents that I need to attach to a candidacy. It was approved, I think, last Thursday. So it's something that will be also on the go. We have the IAG sections, as I just saw in the RAC. ESN Portugal assumed the expenses to make it easier so that Minho, Coimbra and Porto could attend the decentralized, let's say. So we have also this amount to receive. Actually, as of today, this amount is all transferred, so all the sections paid to us. We have the membership fee, so we still have some sections that I still need to invoice them for the membership fee, so we're talking about 7 sections. And we have the grant from the Câmara Municipal of Feira for the A&M that's supported with 2,000 euros. We sent the last documents last Wednesday, and they will also be transferring this amount, I think, until the end of this mandate. Okay. Okay. So this is the 2 values that I didn't put in the RAC that we might receive. So we have the Educar. There is a grant from the Porto City Hall for training that we use, I think, for the LBN. So this month we already submitted everything. The person responsible for making the payment, I think, was Férias.
No, basically there was no person responsible for the youth department in the municipality of Porto for 6 months, so they could not sign the documents.
So they were in Férias, it's more or less the same. And we have the rest of the grant from the European Youth Foundation. We receive already around 11,000 euros. The grant is of 15, roughly, and we still have this money to receive. Also, we already everything to them. Again, in here, in terms of these European grants, the issue is that the level of detail that they want there is, as I told you, if the mileage map says 300 kilometers and in Google Maps says 301, they send back and say, no, this is you're trying to steal us, okay? So we need to always, it's a crazy discussion that we have with them, makes not a lot of sense. But things are being solved with a lot of paperwork and Rita's. So this total value, as you saw, we have more or less 50k to receive from grants, okay? And I'm excluding here all the EGM grants that we have to receive, because the grants that we have to receive and the money that we have to pay will more or less balance itself, and it's zero, but it's a different story, okay? So this is the grants that ESN Portugal had for last year, okay?
Okay, so speaking about the grants for 2023, 2020, basically. So we got approved for PI, not yet because they still didn't go through PI. I think all of the sections are suffering from the same as us. We got approved for the ESC grant, like you already know, 20k. And actually, sorry, can you go, please? You can pass all the slides. Actually, we received the news that we got, like 2 days ago, that we got approved for this grant. So we are going to receive 30k that we are going to split with ESN Poland, and we are going to do Key Action 2 and Erasmus Plus program grant with ESN Poland. And basically, just to explain a bit the project, this event will support level up in December, a local event in January, a local event in March, a school for trainers, an event in Poland in May, an online event in June and July, and we basically want to do a similar event that ESN Spain does. I don't know if you know the Erasmus School Camp. It's like the final project event in Portugal in October 2023. Basically what this grant wants is for us in ESN Poland to basically change events and for us to have volunteers in Portugal events and vice versa. Thank you. This is us after receiving the money.
Speakers, this is open.
I propose to close the speakers list. Speakers list is closed. Thank you. O seu almoço está pronto?
Eu não cozinhei a manhã toda.
O almoço está pronto, assim.
Aliás, não se esqueçam, tem que pôr os votos aqui
Mas
até
é
a
só
hora do
disponível.
almoço, a cozinha até agora. Ok? Não vamos contar. E depois precisamos que toda a gente saia da sala.
Bola.
Teve moedas. Teve moedas. 4,5.
Olha, mas é mesmo não está. Ah, você. Diz, Diogo. Ok, Diogo.
Vamos só 10 minutos, mas vão indo. Fala dos
Speedbots e sério.
Ó Felipe.
Não, vão indo passear.
Olha, temos quantas minutos?
Agora isto é que nós aqui ver a cidade, tá na hora. Olha, vamos reservar o nosso hotel.
Ah, yeah.
Vamos pegar o café, velho.
Ó Chico, posso usar o cartão da P
Ias. Sem remuneração. Algarve.
Sem remuneração.
Almada. Aveiro. Castelo Branco.
Sem remuneração.
Coimbra.
Sem remuneração.
Covilhã.
Sem remuneração.
Évora.
Abstenção.
Lisboa.
Sem remuneração.
Minho.
Abstenção.
Porto.
Sem remuneração.
Tomar. Votado.
Sem remuneração.
Próximo.
Eu percebo.
Pessoal, agora. Só silêncio, por favor. Aprovam a emenda ao Regulamento de Eventos Nacionais proposto pela Direção Nacional da ESM Portugal? Algarve.
Sim.
Almada.
Sim.
Aveiro.
Sim.
Castelo Branco.
Sim.
Coimbra. Covilhã.
Sim.
Évora.
Sim.
Lisboa.
Sim.
Minho.
Sim.
Porto.
Sim.
Tomar.
Sim.
Votado.
Sim.
Próximo. Foi aprovado. Próximo. Silêncio, por favor. Aprovam as emendas ao Regulamento Interno proposto pela Direção Nacional da ESM Portugal? Algarve.
Sim.
Almada.
Sim.
Aveiro.
Sim.
Castelo Branco.
Sim.
Coimbra.
Sim.
Covilhã.
Sim.
Évora.
Sim.
Lisboa.
Sim. Sim.
Porto.
Sim.
Tomar.
Sim.
Votado.
Sim.
Ok. Foi aprovado. Aprova o relatório intermédio apresentado pela Direção Nacional da ESM Portugal? Almada.
Sim.
Aveiro.
Sim.
Castelo Branco.
Sim.
Coimbra.
Sim.
Covilhã.
Sim.
Évora.
Sim.
Lisboa.
Sim.
Minho.
Sim.
Porto.
Sim.
Tomar.
Sim.
Votado.
Sim.
Foi aprovado. Próxima e última. A próxima 2, proposto pela Direção Nacional da ESM Portugal? Algarve.
Sim.
Almada.
Sim.
Aveiro.
Sim.
Castelo Branco.
Sim.
Coimbra.
Sim.
Covilhã.
Abstenção.
Évora.
Sim.
Lisboa.
Sim.
Minho.
Sim.
Porto.
Sim.
Tomar.
Sim.
Votado.
Sim.
Foi aprovado. Agora vamos apresentar os resultados das eleições.
Para mim, porque foi uma vai ganhar o.
Não, é só na. Não são dois.
Olha, se fossem vocês, fazia freeze.
Free?
Façam freeze.
Free?
Uma pausa. Rau mesmo. Isto foi meio rau, mas aos anos.
Primeira votação. Eu chamava o candidato à mesa, ao palco, mas não está, não é? Quem é que elegem para o cargo de Presidente da Mesa da Assembleia Geral da ESM Portugal para o mandato de 2022-2023? Baltazar? Só tipo um reminder, lembrem-se para respeitarmos todos os candidatos e quando estamos a bater para os candidatos todos, ok? Não só para os que foram eleitos. Por isso.
E ainda tem um bocadinho.
Quem é que elegem para o cargo de Presidente do Conselho Fiscal da ESM Portugal para o mandato de 2022-2023? A Inês não está cá também. Quem é que elegem para o cargo de Secretário do Conselho Fiscal da ESM Portugal?
Eu não sou a fiscal em
Digam o nome do vencedor. Ainda não precisa fazer nada, digam só o nome do vencedor que nós não conseguimos fazer nada. Quando partilhar a votação.
O que é que está a tapar? É a minha?
Não, não é isso. Quando sair o nome do vencedor. É uma feira. Quando sair o nome do vencedor, digam só.
Fala, tu vais mandar aqui para este lado. Aqui dá uma vez.
Quem é que elegem para o cargo? Já está por ordem alfabética, quando são dois candidatos, só tipo ordem alfabética.
Ok.
Não só tem que uma votação?
Não, faz assim.
Rita?
Muito obrigada.
Quem é que elegem para o cargo de Presidente da Direção Nacional? Quem é que elegem para o cargo de Vice-Presidente da Direção Nacional?
Já saiu.
Quem é que elegem para o cargo de Tesoureiro da Direção Nacional?
Vamos fazer todos para o PT. Chicão, quem está a fazer o tesouro local, não está nada.
Quem é que elegem para o cargo de Secretário da Direção Nacional? Ivo.
Vamos e vos.
Não está por ordem. Ivo no final para sentir a câmara da
Quem é que elegem para o cargo de Gestor da IT da Direção Nacional? Põe-se por ordem, tudo aquele lado e ela desce, que assim é mais fácil.
Mete-se bem estás ao placar, vai lá para lá.
Quem é que elegem para o cargo de gestor de eventos da Direção Nacional? Marta e Diego. Faça a mesma coisa, Diego. Ela sabe.
Mas
mas afinal sou uma semana.
Quem é que elegem para o cargo de gestor de comunicação da Direção Nacional?
Só vacina, não se vão embora sem assinar a folhinha para o Felipe, está bem? Está aqui, se não
Mas ainda não sabe? Tinha de ser no final do só não vai vazar. Ninguém vai vazar.
O Minho esqueceu a câmera, então olha como eu...
Rita, não sei se quer dizer alguma coisa? Não, ainda está para a decision round. Ok. Tudo bem, obrigado.
Não, espera, o Minho não trouxe câmera, podem olhar para mim, por favor. Para mim.
Parece uma porta tão grande.
Graças.
E nós também, só nós também.
Convidados, não sabem mesmo onde é que se metem.
Rito como deve ser, empresário. Eu vais destruir a tua vida.
Now we'll have an appreciation round. First is appreciation round to the OC, and I open the speakers list. OC to the stage, yes, OC to the stage, sorry. Speakers list, vamos mandar no ar, quem vai falar?
Já vi o ano.
Olha o microfone. Pode baixar. Quem mais? Speakers list.
Alguém se importa dar o micro? Ok.
Eu faço.
Melhor, faz tu.
O Júnior não vai passar. O
Júnior não, você.
Já lhe chegou, não é?
Já chegou, é.
Já teve
Gigi.
Juliana, yes, and Porto. Okay, guys, well, first of all, congratulations, of course, for the event. It was really good. I think I can speak for Porto when I say that we felt very, very welcome. You were everywhere all the time. You're always happy. You're always energetic, and this is normal for Minho. You guys have been like this the whole year. You have been talking about this national platform the whole year, and now we're here, and it's much more amazing than you even talked about. So thank you very, very, very much. Cantu, you did an amazing job. Luis, you did an amazing job. You guys are like the perfect PM, okay? Thank you very much. Really, you have done amazing. I love Braga now.
Caio, and after the passing.
Okay, so hello guys. Like, thank you so much for organizing such a good PN. Like as you just said, you were like always so happy, energetic. Like the event was really well thought. Like the buses to take us everywhere for free and everything. Like we had really high expectations for this national platform, and of course, like you made it, and we met all the expectations. And yeah, it was an amazing national platform. So thank you so much for the effort that you put in the organization of this event.
So, speaking in the name of ESMR, we really thank you guys for organizing the event. It was really amazing, especially that personally I haven't been like the events due to work and personal reasons. So I was really happy to come and be in a PN again and just feel the ESN, you know, seeing all the national and everybody here. And then I love the pillows. It was amazing. It was the best thing. So thank you so much, guys, and you're the best.
Guys, thank you so much for this amazing event. This is my third national platform, and this was truly amazing. This is Drew's first one. She truly loved it. You guys are so engaged in everything. You are engaged with all of us. You are so energetic, like everyone said. You are so nice, and this was truly so well organized from everything, like the accommodation, the venue, yesterday's gala, like everything was just perfect. So thank you so much for your work. You guys are amazing.
Miguel?
Hi guys, in name of the Centro Sol Branco, we'd like to thank you for such a great event. The venues were great, the spots for dinners were great, the social program was good, was really good actually. although some people don't remember it. But seriously, it's great to see like such a cohesive team. Like you guys really love each other, you guys work amazing with each other, and you received this so well. We have nothing but huge thanks for us, especially me, because I've been bothering you since Thursday. And man, like those first 2 days felt like Nata said, really calm, like such a vacation time. It was great. I wish it would last longer, but well, it is what it is. But seriously, you know, just to finish, I love your work. You guys are amazing, and I really felt at home. You guys were always there for us, and I appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
City tour.
Hi guys, Anna on behalf of ESN Lisboa. I've had the opportunity to take part of the VOC that I thought the your event was incredibly well structured. You guys are super cohesive, beginners forever, you guys are amazing. Regarding the venues and the accommodation and even the food, everything was amazing. You as a staff were absolutely incredible with a lot of certainty that it was one of the best national events that I've attended, if not the best this year, and the only, like I've gone to a few. And lastly, I would just really like to point out something that I don't think that I've heard now in the appreciation, and I think that it should be highlighted again. You guys did an incredible job in terms of the accessibility. Your forum was really inclusive. I looked at that and I thought it was one of the best forums that it was the best forum that I saw this year, and I've told you this, and I really think that it's important that we start moving towards, and you guys are basically a really good example of what we should follow on national events, and just thank you for being amazing. Oh, by the way, it was it was the first national event for some of the members that are here, and they just felt so welcome. And we also, because you know that it can be a bit stressful, but it's been amazing that you guys are such great hosts, and we're really happy to be here and looking forward for 2023. Thank you.
in behalf of ESN Evora, I want to thank you all for being incredibly patient and so inclusive and so thoughtful about everything. I mean, I don't think it's possible to step this up, but if it is, I'll see you in 2023. And as a Minho, I mean, I'm not from Braga, but I'm from Vienna, it's almost there. I could fall in love with my region all over again, and I thank you for that, so thank you.
Diogo Ferreira, ESN Covilhã. In behalf of my section, I really want to thank all the work you have put to make this event possible. If you imagine the different complexities of what you have done, you guys did an amazing job. Different hotels, Braga in July with all the tourism season, and you make it so simple and perfect. Like everything worked out very well, despite having very complex pieces. You put it all together. I am also from this region, from Barcelos, and you show the best of Braga. You show why this is the best region of Portugal, and I'm proud of you defending this region. Thank you very much.
Hi, Mate from ASMBFI Vienna, Austria. I don't even want to know what to say, like it was a great event, and really thank you for having us as international guests in such a short notice, like that's incredible. And we just had our NA last week, so I know how much work it is, and you guys really did great. I'm struggling with words a bit, but you surely gonna do amazing in 2023 too, and I love to see some familiar faces, and we got to know some new. This was our first international NA, so, or international like in another country, and yeah, thank you very much from the bottom of our heart.
I just wanted to add that this was actually my first international event, or like an ESN event that wasn't in Austria, and I felt so welcome. And when we filled out our form on Thursday night, that's when we decided to come here. I wasn't expecting that. Like, I felt so much warmth and included here, and I really wanted to say thank you for that. Because we definitely can take something back home and apply that in Austria. Thank you.
So, first of all, I want to thank you all from the deepest from my heart, from keeping around me the whole week, telling me everything in English, making sure I understood everything, guiding me everywhere. I've been here for almost the entire week, and they have been hosting me, showing me around, bringing me to the clubs. It's really nice. Thank you so much. It was really difficult to get here, but I'm so happy that I got here. And I came with no expectations, but I will take a part of Portugal back to home.
So, Francisco Martins, soon to be alumni of ESN Portugal, finally. So I'm not gonna dwell again on what they said regarding the event. I was not expecting less from you. That's okay. Everyone is surprised. I was not surprised. I knew you were going to do an amazing job because I know you. I know your energy, and that's it. You know, you are Minho, so I was like this, and I knew that the event was run perfectly. For me, it's also really special to remember when I was elected in Penaveg last year. We took a picture together with all the Minhos there. So for me, it's really special to end my mandate here, okay, with you. And I really, really like you a lot, okay? And I hope to see you around in Porto, okay? Except Rafaela, please don't come. Okay, guys, love to you.
Hello. I want to follow as well what Chico said. It was exactly the same, the first part. That NP was perfect, but to be honest, I wouldn't expect anything less from me, and that's exactly what you delivered. Especially for me that I've been here for a few years, like it's beautiful to see a section reborn, and you became like the life and soul of any ESN event. You have a work ethic that's out of this world as well. I had the chance to work with some of you at EGM, and you were unbelievable. There's nothing you can do. And besides that you are an amazing section and you work so well. You as people are some of the most kind-hearted people I've ever met in my life, and I really hope you continue like this. And I really have a special love for me. So thank you.
A Sara.
Foi ela que tem no telefone. Eu já posso falar.
No one wants to go?
Eu quero.
So, guys, in the name of yes and me as well. Now, I want to say a few words. I'm not that good, but I will try it. But basically, first of all, I spent too much time with you, family, and I saw the job that you are all done few months, and I wasn't expecting less. That all was already said there, and from the I don't know. What can I say more? I love you guys, amazing organization, I love you all, and next year we have much more to do. I don't know.
Falta o Pipão e eu.
Sarita.
Já não está sem abrigo.
Dá para decorar
Para cagá-la.
So guys, I want. Não está ligado.
So guys, I want to thank you. It was a pleasure to be my last national event here. The first time I came to Braga was the other NP, and it was amazing. But I think this one was even better. It was an amazing event. Although I could never sleep in my bed, but I don't care. Like, it's okay.
It's fine.
But thank you, really. You are amazing people. So thank you. Okay. Bye.
So, really quickly, in behalf of the touring team, we really want to thank you for all the availability and for always being there to assist us. You guys are a really, really amazing team, like really a family. You are not a section, you are a real family. And you know, on a personal note, my first and only normal NP was here in 2019. I don't even know in 2019. I don't know if you remember, like this room was full of people, and really, some months after, it was a dream to have full of ESNers. And coming back here after a year like this, like ESN is 110% back on track, and it's thanks to people like you to make this network amazing, who are motivated at every step of the way, and at every minute of the day you are with a smile on your face, ready to help us, and like with the biggest happiness that we can imagine. So really, really thank you. Thank you for being who you are, and I hope to see Minhers again and again.
Okay, so far so good. So I would like just to start saying something like, my life gave me a family in Minho, but ESN gave me Minho as a family, so thank you very much. I do spend too much time with you in the past, like 2 months, for sure. But, well, well, you all know that I love you guys, like, I don't think that I have to say this, like, stop crying with those two in the back. I love you, all of you, so thank you very much, and we have time for this after, because I always think, of course. But, well, this for you, it's a little bit of, like, this is peanuts for you, okay? Like, most of you did an EGM, you do a lot of events, yet you exceeded. You did amazing. The amount of grants that you were able to pull out even commercial grants, sponsorships. Like, come on, let's be honest. All the communication, and even with all the struggles with the deadlines for the answers that you needed to get, to be feasible to change the price, to always overlook like the amount of calls and phone calls, to give this event to all of you with the most suitable price possible. Like, it's indescribable the way that you do the divisions of the tasks, and I do believe this is also really good work from Elder. All the logistics and what we can see from part of Rafa and all the team that worked also for the social program, like DJ Vicky, Bruno, and the team that are working with them. But like all the ones that you did as well for the social impact and to do the raffle, I think it's something like this in English. So yeah, I think like you thought about all the details. I'm sorry that I don't remember the name of everyone because I really don't. But the fact that you were like up in the morning at 7 a.m., then went to party, I was leaving yesterday the disco, and you are the ones there, but you were also the ones first here in the morning. So thank you very much, guys. I'm really proud. I'm really excited to be you, if you allow me, for the GA. Yeah, thank you very much. It was amazing, and I love you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone. As the organizer, I would also really like to appreciate these beautiful folks that we have in here. It's really been a pleasure to organize this, and like hearing your feedback just warms my heart, and I think I can speak for all of us when I say our hearts a lot. Yeah, it was difficult, wasn't it? Like to get everything done in time. But we are here, and like the fact that this runs so smoothly is a testament to the work that all these incredible people have performed. They have put their heart and soul into this. So thank you so much. And this is also my last event as an ESN from Minho, and probably as an ESN, I don't know. So I would also like to appreciate in general, thank you so much for everything, for the dedication that you put into this cause, for believing that it is worth it, and the very valuable work that we do. And it was a beautiful cycle, as Rodrigo was saying. The NP Minho was my first event, I was on nothing with João, and to see it close now with this, it's a really beautiful loop and chapter of my life, and I would like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Next, it's an appreciation round to the audit team. They are not here, so if you have appreciations about their work, please tell them directly. But still, I'd like to thank you as well for listening to this.
Diana and Carolina, stand up, and everyone, let's clap for them.
Now it's back to the sharing team. Speakers list is open. Margarida.
Beijinhos, Jessica.
So on behalf of ESN Lisboa, I really wanted to thank you for stepping up to the plate since you are not our elected chairing team. So thank you so much for that, and a special thanks to Mafalda because she was our elected president of the chairing team for 2 years, and she wanted to come back to say hi again, and even noticed that there were some irregularities. That shows how professional you are and how dedicated you are to this and to do your job. So thank you so much for it.
Okay, so thank you guys very much for stepping up and for I don't like this for stepping up and being our chairing team. This is a job that are during national platforms, and I'm glad to see that we are here doing it. A special thanks to Ju and Rodri. Rodri always everywhere. And Ju, really stepping up here and going for this. Thank you very much for taking the chance in doing this. I know that you liked it, so I'm glad to see it. And yeah, that's it guys, thank you very much.
Okay, so on behalf of Minho, I want to thank you all for as the charity. Like it was almost last minute opportunity, so you just go for it, and this is amazing. I don't know what my father's gonna do next, but thank you for coming here, being present in maybe your last national platform, I don't know, but coming to Minho and to have at least one with us here. Rodri, thank you for stepping up. I even didn't know you would come here. Like I know you would come like as participant, but not being part of the charity team, and this really surprised me, and I'm really happy to see you working for the national level, not the international one. And Ju for coming as well, like facing this challenge. I don't know if it's your first national platform, but anyways, just facing this challenge and going for it was incredible. Thank you all for like just being with us for this weekend, and see you. I hope so.
Anyone else want to speak on this? Sophia?
Sophia and Coimbra. First of all, many thanks to Rodrigo and Ju. Of course, this is a job that needs to be done, and thank you for having the initiative and the motivation to do that. Also, I want to thank Pedro because he did an amazing job throughout the year. He couldn't be here, but thank you to him. And special thanks to Mafalda because you are available to come back. And it's nice to see that even though last year you were so tired and you were like, okay, finally this is my last MP, I'm tired of yelling to you all, you don't know how to behave. And when you were asked to be here again, you said yes, and that's very special, that's very important, and it's a great example to give to everyone that is on this side. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for the availability. Like Mafalda answered the message on the WhatsApp group like on the same minutes that I sent, saying that she was available to come. Rodri, it's always a pleasure to see you, and Ju, thank you for the availability. Thank you for the work, a really well organized PN. Thank you.
Rita?
So I have to admit, last week when I discovered I didn't have a sharing team for the NP, I was crying a bit with the rest of the national board, because just a bit, because I don't think anybody knows how bad a General Assembly, especially an elective one, can go wrong without having a CT. So I really want to thank you for stepping up, especially you, Mafalda, for coming here again and giving your availability to come and doing a job that you are amazing at doing it. Rodri, for always being available to help us, you are incredible, you know. That award from yesterday was more than deserved, and this is one of the reasons, again. And Ju, thank you for showing interest, and I hope that you like it, and if you want, the position is open. But yes, and thank you so much. Also, it's really good to see new people interested in a position that it's not very well known and well liked for a lot of people. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for the three of you, and for creating a very good, healthy General Assembly for everyone.
Okay, so just okay, Luis, person.
Yeah, I'd just like to speak in behalf of the OC and thank you for like the straight communication. I think everything went pretty smooth of that as well. For informing us of all your needs and all of that, and I think we were able to do something very good also because of it. So thank you a lot for that.
Thank you also, and I would like to finish saying that, I mean, this was the best sharing team I had. I had several because, you know, we never had candidates, so it was always different people, but this team was perfect. I mean, she wrote the entire minutes alone, questions and answers, and since I was busy with the documentation, Rodrigo was like on point on everything. You have no idea, they were amazing. I think, honestly, they should apply for the sharing team next year. And now we're back to the board, finally, please come to the stage.
Lá vamos nós.
Speakers, this is open. Dear.
I really just want to thank you for all the support and for always being with us. That I arrived since met in Aveiro, since LBM and everything. We've been together for the entire year, almost. We like see each other every month, almost. Thank you for supporting us, for being so friendly with our newbies. So I don't want to cry, so I'm not gonna go further on this. I hope you stay here in me so we can talk a little bit after the national platform. But you guys are really amazing, a really crazy team. It's like impressive. I've been saying this every national platform, saying this in EGM, so much more is the same. Guys, really thank you for supporting me with my candidacy, for everything this year. You're amazing.
Juliana, yes, in Porto. Can I do this in Portuguese? Sim? Ok, pronto. Bem, primeiramente, muitos parabéns pelo trabalho nesse ano incrível que vocês tiveram. Eu quero falar um pouquinho sobre cada um de vocês, mas agora eu vou falar sobre o senso da board em geral. Eu acho que nós vemos vocês como uma board muito, muito unida mesmo, que fizeram um trabalho incrível, que puxaram tudo que era para ser puxado, tudo que era para ser necessário na nossa rede. Vocês fizeram de tudo, vocês fizeram todos os eventos, vocês estiveram lá, sempre disponíveis, deram o maior suporte para todas as boards. Pelo menos a minha board está completamente feliz com vocês. Vocês fizeram o trabalho de suporte e de tudo que nós precisávamos. E em todas as plataformas nacionais, a postura de vocês tem sido incrível. Em todos os eventos internacionais, nós vemos o trabalho de vocês, nós vemos o trabalho da ESN em Portugal. Vocês têm sido incríveis na representação, a comunicação, o Bento fazendo coisas incríveis e a ti. Então, tem sido realmente muito bom. E vocês pegaram aí um começo de um ano de Covid, que voltou as coisas ao normal, e era tudo, não sabiam o que fazer. Incrível, sempre nessa, não sei o que está acontecendo, mas fizeram maravilhosos. Todos os eventos que nós tivemos o ano todo, que foi o EGM, foi o IEG, vocês tiveram em tudo no lugar, trabalho, Enem, tudo, e foi sempre perfeito, juro. Nas próprias plataformas nacionais, vemos os documentos que vocês fazem, nós vemos tudo que vocês propõem para nós, e assim, os comentários não têm sido aqueles comentários avassaladores das outras PNs, porque primeiramente vocês fazem um trabalho muito bom e vocês são muito abertos no trabalho de vocês, vocês falam bem sobre os documentos que escrevem, tudo, então isso vocês são organizados e isso para nós é super importante. O trabalho de vocês tem sido incrível esse ano mesmo. E agora? Pronto. Sarinha. Vou começar contigo. Olha, é sério, em relação aos eventos esse ano, eu acho que essa foi a pior parte que nós tivemos de tantos eventos, mas em nenhum deles sentiu-se que um evento falhou, ou que teve uma percepção má. Não teve nada, foi sempre perfeito, o trabalho tem sido espetacular. E assim, mais um ano de porta, já está na ESN há tanto tempo e sempre fazendo o trabalho maravilhoso que ele faz. Finalmente, se tivesse agora os eventos presenciais, é uma pessoa super sensata, sério. Eu estou sempre magnificada quanto à sensatez como pessoa. Está sempre disponível para nos ensinar, para nos ajudar no que for preciso. Então, muito, muito obrigada mesmo pelo seu trabalho esse ano e todos os anos na ESN mesmo. Renata, como é da ESN Porto, claro, nós temos o maior do trabalho. Nós conseguimos ver que nesse ano cresceu imensamente. Por não ter sido board local e agora para nacional, não houve qualquer diferença. Eu acho que fez um trabalho ótimo em comunicação. Eu sei que a Leonor, eu sei que nós vemos o teu trabalho muito bom mesmo. Então, obrigada por todo o trabalho, ok? E para de chorar. Bem, então, pronto, é Haiti, não é?
Isso atenciona.
Exato. Muito obrigada mesmo pelo teu trabalho. Então, é uma pessoa super disponível, que está em todos os lugares. É uma pessoa que está sempre feliz, que está sempre ajudando todos e que quer mostrar a motivação que tem pela ESN. Então, mesmo, muito obrigada pelo trabalho. Rita, que pessoa profissional que tu é. Juro, o teu trabalho todo é profissional. Então, eu agradeço muito mesmo isso. Tu é a melhor representante que a gente podia ter para a ESN em Portugal. Esse ano, o teu trabalho foi impecável em tudo. Com as organizações, com as outras secções, com tudo. O EGM foi o teu ápice e foi maravilhoso. Muito, muito, muito obrigada mesmo. Eu sei que a Melissa te ama do coração. Ela só fala tu, Rita. Ela te ama mesmo. Okay? E isso só prova o quão bom o teu trabalho é. Chico, podemos passar, não é?
Por favor.
Chico é uma pessoa muito organizada. E olha, já é o teu terceiro ano como board. Muito, muito, muito parabéns. Sempre o melhor. A ESN Porto sempre teve muita sorte contigo. E agora a ESN Portugal também, esse ano foi perfeito. Muito obrigada por todos os teus esclarecimentos. E também pelo apoio que dá para a ESN Porto, que tem sido sempre incrível. Eu nunca vi uma pessoa que ama tanto a ESN como o Chico. Ele é a pessoa mais motivada de sempre. Chico é a definição do work hard, play hard. Então, muito obrigada mesmo. E ele antigamente era uma pessoa que não era muito Profit Federation, ele não gostava. Mas mudou completamente e agora é o fã da rede. Felipe, muitos parabéns também pelo seu trabalho. A Xenia também é apaixonada por ti, tipo, muito. Todo o suporte que tu deu para a ESN Porto também tem sido incrível. Obrigada mesmo pelo ano todo, sempre foi super disponível. Obrigada mesmo. E Ana, como eu já falei ontem também, não é? Nós agradecemos muito o seu trabalho, mais um ano, agora mais um a mais. Tem sido sempre uma National Representative maravilhosa, que acha uma comunidade de LRs que se ama demais e tem sempre sido super disponível para todas as perguntas que nós temos, em todas as reuniões, grupo que nós temos e tudo. Muito obrigada mesmo pelo teu trabalho. Nós vemos qual é a posição da ESN em Portugal lá fora e isso é uma representação do teu trabalho, que tem sido realmente incrível. Então, muito, muito, muito obrigada mesmo. E também queria agradecer aos DLRs, a comunidade DLRs, eu amo muito vocês. Uhul!
So guys, I would firstly like to say something also to each and every one of you, and then in general. Rita, this year you did an amazing job strengthening the cooperation with institutional partners. We could see that we had such good progress from last year. I was education officer, so I could see firsthand this progress. It was truly amazing, also with the national agency, and most importantly, I can see the impact that you have on the education community, your motivation, your advice, and being education community manager, you're more than a manager. You are truly inspiring when it comes to education, and thank you so much for that. Filipe, if the goal for this year was to strengthen the sections that we already have, the people that are already here, you truly accomplished that. This year we can truly see, and we had a lot of opportunities this year as well, to have this with the AGM and the IGN, etc. But truly, you did an amazing job strengthening everyone, and work this year is truly important for next year. If we want to expand, this year was truly key to make this happen, so thank you. Okay, Francisco, if there's a word to describe what ESN Coimbra feels about you, is reliability. Every time you do a presentation and we have we're commenting among ourselves does this make sense, blah blah, we always say, we don't care, it's Francisco, we trust him. And I think this is the most important thing to feel about a treasurer, and we feel this for you as we did with Rodrigo, and I hope next year it will be the same. Thank you so much. Sarah, besides all the great work that you do when it comes to events, and I think everyone loves that, it's truly nice to see the advice, to hear the advice you have to give in every LBM, every training event. When we come to you to ask for things, you have the greatest advice for local sections. You truly know how this works. How this work? What is English? Thank you so much. You have amazing knowledge about everything in ESN, and it's one of the people that we think of. If you have a doubt about something, is Sarah. So thank you so much for that. And I know that even next year, the people that will stay in ESN Coimbra, they know about you. They will come to you because your knowledge and the impact that you have as a local board for the second year, even in the people that are not here in NP, that you don't see in ESN Coimbra, they know about you, they will come to you. And that's very important. Thank you so much. Okay, Anna Spears next. Anna, I was truly happy to see that the position that's identified with mine on the national level, if this makes sense. MLR, you are amazing. You are truly, we could see in the meetings that we had, your motivation and the engagement that you caused us to have with the network. You're truly amazing. Considering that this is a transitional period for your position, for the position of secretary, I couldn't think of anyone better than you to occupy this position this year. Thank you so much. Your work was truly important for next year to implement the secretary position. It wouldn't be Renata, thank you so much for your work, specifically for the internal marketing strategy. It's truly important because you have this idea, and we also do for local sections. You inspire the local sections to also adopt this mindset of having a communication manager that is strategic. And we could see that on the national level with you in this position, so thank you. Bento, you're so cute. You're the cutest guy, besides everything else. No, cute. Okay, stop. Come on, everyone in ESN Coimbra is this. Okay, unfortunately this year, if things didn't work out in ESN Coimbra regarding IT, it was totally our fault. I'm sorry for, we were not the best section probably to work with. We didn't have a WPA until last month, and from the moment that we got one, you did the transition. You were always so available to help, and we hope and we know that until the end of mandate we still have a month. You'll do so much for us, and it's so nice to see. Also, this is a new position that you did such an amazing job, and I know that IT is an area in ESN and in the sections that is complicated. But with you in this position, I think this year a lot of progress was made. But before that, I will like to say that in the national board the applications are individual, but it's really nice that from the first NP we could see you as a team, and that's also, and I think I could say this about every one of you individually in general. That's a great example for the local boards, that you work as a team, you work so well together, and I loved this national board this year. Thank you.
Okay, I'm so sorry to the international guests, but I will speak in English. Actually, I'm a little bit too emotional to speak in English. I've been crying since the beginning of your appreciation round, so, ok. Então, Ianto, eu percebi no Enem que tínhamos estado juntos no seu Porto, mas eu não fazia ideia que eu não me lembrava de ti. Mas o IT tem sido uma das biggest struggles, da rede, toda a gente sabe isso, e obrigada por teres posto outra vez o IT no roadmap da ESM Portugal. E eu sei que o Iva também vai continuar e vai fazer um ótimo trabalho. Para o ano estaremos lá, também está a tua puxar no seu round. Nata, eu tive o prazer de te ver como newbie, como coordenadora de comunicação e agora como coordenadora de comunicação da ESM Portugal. Acho que tens de ter muito orgulho no que tu fizeste e como a Sara disse ontem, tu és das pessoas mais queridas que eu alguma vez conheci e nunca te esqueças disso. Chico. Então, agora eu comecei a chorar. O Chico começou comigo na SM e ele desde sempre uma estrelinha. Ele literalmente era novo membro e já tinha um cargo. Ele nem sequer chegou a membro para ter um cargo. Eu tive imensa sorte. Juro que não estou gravada.
Ainda bem que não está o streaming.
Eu tive imensa sorte de não ter partilhado com umas com dois personagens incríveis. E se há 5 anos me dissessem que o Chico ia estar nesta posição, eu nunca, mas nunca me acreditaria, porque fui bordo um ano antes de ser bordo com o Chico e estava sempre a dar ao Chico, não queres tirar PNs, não queres fazer não sei o quê, vamos. Eu não me fiz, ele ia ser em Portugal, nem penses, aumentar o dinheiro da ESN Cargo, isto é uma estupidez. Portanto, isto é verdade e, uma vez mais, sei que tu vais voltar a juntar a ESN Porto e a ESN Porto tem muita sorte em ter-te. Se eu citar.
Não para mim ou para Coimbra, não é?
Então, Sara, há 3 anos atrás estávamos a decidir quem é que nós as duas se mandar para Events Manager. E ainda bem que nenhuma das duas se mandou, porque entretanto foi Covid. Portanto, se a Sara se tivesse mandado para Events Manager na altura que ela achou que se ia mandar, vocês não tinham visto, nunca iriam ver um Enem. E acho que esta rede mereceu ter visto um Enem feito por ti. Obrigada por me ter voltado a pescar e ter voltado à minha vida étnica e teres acreditado em mim para te ajudar. Vamos ficar para isso. Ana Sofia, lembro como se fosse hoje do dia que eu também pesquei a ti, no 77 e simplesmente lhe disse: amanhã vamos às virtudes, tenho uma coisa para te dizer. E quando chegamos às virtudes estava o Chico, a Ana Sofia e mais duas pessoas. E disse simplesmente: pronto, temos agora montada para o próximo ano, vais ser Events Manager. Ela tinha estado na secção durante um ano. Tu eras especial. Não sabia o quão especial não eras. Vai ser uma honra acompanhar-te para o ano e tenho tanto orgulho em ti. Pipão. Nós tivemos alguns constrangimentos durante este ano, incluindo uma. Então ele desligou um telefone na cara. Mas se fosse para ir buscar frango todos os dias, eu escolhia fazê-lo contigo.
E assim está.
Vamos aos frangos a seguir. Pronto. Já te disse isto do fundo do coração, vais ficar para sempre aqui. Portanto, quando fores ao Porto, quando for ao Boi, vou-te mandar mensagem, vamos tomar um cafezinho. E, por favor, nunca mais me chames esse nome. Rita, nós somos... Bom, não, já também foi. Aliás, ao mesmo tempo que nós... Não foste? Foi isso. Rita, lembro-me de trabalhar contigo, principalmente durante a pandemia. Lembro de ir nesse workshop juntos e só pensava, ela tem muito mais jeito para isto do que eu. E já estou aqui há algum tempo e peço imensa desculpa aos antigos presidentes da ESN Portugal, mas tu claramente que és a melhor presidente que eu já tive. E para o ano vai ser ainda mais incrível. Muito obrigada a todos, foram incríveis.
You ready? Okay, so I can't really say anything else than what these people already said. They literally said everything. And my Portuguese is not enough to talk as much as them. I just want to say one thing. When I think about you guys, I think when you were elected in the last PN, I was watching you on the stream due to COVID and thinking about the past 3 years, and I can only consider you guys as the adrenaline shot that you give to a patient. You just revive him back, and you bring him back to life. And then this is how I see you guys. What you did to ESM Portugal, like it was the national boards along the past years. They did a really good job during the COVID, but then we needed a board that was able to bring things back up, bring ESM Portugal back to life again, and Sarah and how great she is with Bento and helping us, and Renata and Chico, and they already said everything. I cannot say anything else. So thank you so much, guys, for all the great work, and I really have special value for each one of you. I haven't been with you enough, but I really know you through your work. So in my name, thank you so much for this year.
Ok, malta, pronto, eu não vou 1 a 1, isso depois falo convosco. Pronto. Só queria dizer que vocês entraram há um ano atrás, eu era miúdo e não percebi nada do que estava a passar naquela PM, mas eu fiquei tipo, ok, esta gente deve ser importante, devem ser tipo lá os reis da porra toda. Afinal não, vocês são um grupo descompensados que acabou por funcionar, vamos ser honestos. Não, mas agora mais a sério, vocês fazem um trabalho incrível e eu não sei como é que vocês têm tempo para respirar sequer. Eu vi um bocadinho daquilo que vocês fazem e é absurdo. Portanto, tenho muito orgulho de vocês e obrigada por serem tão presentes, e é cénica neste caso. E mesmo que vocês vão para embora, tipo, sei lá, para a Beira, Leiria, caralho, esqueci. É assim, desculpa, Leiria é muito. Eu vou ser sempre chata, como a Sara disse quando eu entrei lá no primeiro, e a Sara Parade, tu és uma chata, mas és chatos que gostamos. Portanto, não vou esquecer dessa, vou ser sempre chata, malta. Pronto, era só isso. E afinal vocês vão ter farturas grátis, porque estou bem triste neste momento. E Filipe, a próxima vez vai ficar numa carrinha de catering para me queixar mais.
Okay, I'll do it in English because Felipe doesn't understand me so well. I'll be brief. Okay, I said I'll do it in English because Felipe doesn't understand me so well in Portuguese. Anyways, guys, like, there are no words enough, like all the beautiful words that were said already, they are not enough for the amount of effort and passion that we put into ESM Portugal. And if the federation is in the level that it is right now, it's because of you guys, and thank you so much for the amazing work that you performed during this year. Like, it was a pleasure to have Aveiro in your election. So I will not talk about it at one of you, I can talk later, but thank you so much, like, on behalf of ESM Aveiro, for all the work that you did this year. Thank you.
Então, malta, vou falar em português, peço desculpa aos nossos colegas internacionais. É difícil, há duas pessoas aqui que eu tenho de dar uma pequena apreciação, que é a Renata e a Ana Sofia. Foram as duas primeiras pessoas que eu conheci fora da minha secção num evento, no PTT Algarve, já há algum tempo, juntamente com o Leitão. É um gosto enorme ver-vos aí, todos a vocês, todos individualmente ajudaram a mim e à secção de Castelo Branco este ano, foi mesmo incrível, começando pelo Bento, acabando na Rita. Eu sei perfeitamente que muitas vezes sou chato e a Sara sabe perfeitamente disso, ela está sempre a dar na cabeça, mas tenho muito gosto. Ao Filipe tenho de dar um carinho especial, porque foi um gosto muito grande trabalhar com ele, não só da comunidade de VPs, mas no cargo de suporte de ti. Foi mesmo um gosto que não te conhecíamos, nós não te conhecíamos, sabia quem é que tu eras, mas nunca tinha trabalhado contigo, nunca tinha estado contigo na vida, nem a falar. Foi muito gosto, por isso, de coração, obrigado por teres acreditado também em mim, e um gosto enorme de trabalhar contigo. Ana Sofia, não há palavras para. Já nos conhecemos, fomos LRs em conjunto, agora geriste a comunidade, és incrível, trabalho muito, por isso não vale a pena dar mais palavras. A ti, Rita, acho que todas aqui as pessoas, não desprezando anos anteriores, sabem a presidente que és, sabem o trabalho incansável e esforço psicológico e físico que tu tens e que dás à ASN de Portugal. Acredito perfeitamente, e toda aqui a gente sabe, o teu caminho vai crescer ainda mais na ASN, seja em Portugal, seja lá fora, e vai. Toda a gente aqui acredita que vais conseguir. Por isso, muito obrigado também a ti, porque também fomos LR em conjunto e foi muito gosto também trabalhar contigo. No geral, malta, foi um ano incrível com estes gajos aqui, foi como uma Rafa diz, foi um grupo descompensável que trabalhou bem. Foi mesmo incrível o ano que vocês fizeram ano connosco. Sei que vocês tiveram ajuda, fazem toda a gestão, sei que é difícil, que eu digo, o esforço físico e mental, sei que é complicado para quem ainda trabalha, para quem estuda, sei que é muito complicado. Por isso acho que foi um ano extremamente gigante, incrível. Tivemos 2 eventos internacionais, um deles o primeiro a ser feito sempre. Acho que a vocês todos só posso dizer bem-aja por tudo mesmo. Continuam quem irá meter-se na SN. A nível profissional, as boas sortes para vocês todos. E pronto, já sabem, não há mais 20 anos que vocês estiveram juntos e que ajudaram a rede.
Margarida.
Pessoal, eu estou tão morta. Obrigada por tudo. E quero só subscrever as palavras dos meus colegas, porque são 100% verdade. Eu não sei como é que vocês conseguiram pôr Portugal no mapa desta maneira. Não sei como é que vocês conseguiram alcançar e motivaram a Federação a ser tão participativa a nível nacional e internacional. Eu quero só dar um especial obrigado à Rita e à Sara, porque vocês não têm noção o quanto eu vos admiro. Foi a Rita que me pôs aqui, eu já disse 1000 vezes. E és a pessoa mais competente desde longe que eu alguma vez conheci. E quero mesmo um dia ver como é que tu consegues fazer tudo isto. E mesmo a Sara, uma coisa muito parva que aconteceu na Ser Madeira, estavam a perguntar às pessoas mais atraentes de Portugal. E eu das 3 disse que uma delas era a Sara, 5 esconde para trás do pano. Mas o motivo pelo qual eu disse isto foi porque sempre que eu te ouço falar eu tenho uma admiração imensa. Sério. Pronto. E no geral, obrigada por entreterem as maluquices que eu digo constantemente. Obrigada também ao Felipe por entreter as minhas chamadas para querer salvar-se da Federação, que seja. E é isso. Desculpem se eu falo muito. Obrigada.
Faltaram as coisas das tuas coisas imprimir.
Não,
Tá? Ok, malta, isto vai ser uma intervenção curta. Por um lado, enquanto membro do comitê organizador, queria agradecer-vos a todos pelo apoio que nos deram. Foi muito importante e fruto. E o resultado também estava à vista do empenho que também vocês tiveram em apoiar-nos, em garantir que tudo correu bem. Uma especial palavra de apreço à Rita, na parte de educação, que me ajudou com a sugestão de abertura, com contactos de parceiros, etc. E um mega especial shout-out à Sara, que, pronto, como disseste há bocado, foram chamadas e mais chamadas e Excel para aqui, Excel para lá, mas no final o resultado, pronto, já visto de todos, foi um prazer enorme trabalhar com vocês duas, com todos vocês, e também queria-vos dar uma palavra mais a título pessoal, de obrigado por fomentarem este espírito internacional, não só pronto, à rede, obviamente, com a GM, com tudo, como também, em particular, eu queria agradecer à Rita por isso, porque nós estávamos no LBM, Porto, e iria haver um evento em Bruxelas, o Erasmus Upgrade, e pá, estavam com vagas, pronto, e a Rita virou-se, malta, quem é que quer vir? Juntaram-se 4 presidentes locais, também conhecido com a Rita pelos Jackson 5, e esse evento foi muito especial para mim porque me abriu muitas portas, ou mudou-me um bocado a perspectiva da que é esse ano no global, e pronto, os resultados disso práticos, temos obviamente a participação cada vez maior do Minho, não só a nível nacional como internacional, tentámos fomentar muito isso, temos a GA aqui no próximo ano, certeza que vai continuar, e depois também a nível pessoal, pronto. Acho que vocês percebem porque também todo este bichinho internacional levou-me a caminhos muito bonitos, pelo que em particular apreço por isso. Muito obrigado.
Mais alguém para a speakers list? Força.
I just wanted to say in the name of ASEAN Ebra that we really appreciate your work and you have done an amazing job in this year, and it must not have been easy, but you make it look like it is. Yeah, that's it.
Mais alguém? Então posso. É muito difícil explicar neste momento o sentimento que eu tenho. Desculpa, primeiro quero agradecer em nome da CT, foram brutais, muito obrigado com vocês, caraças. A nível pessoal, o facto de vocês serem os professores da minha segunda borda e de estarem a pegar um ano que ia voltar ao que seria o mais próximo do normal, mas ao mesmo tempo ia ser um ano megalómano. Nós já sabíamos, já antecipávamos de certa forma o que isto ia acontecer, e a forma como vocês pegaram em tudo o que nós fizemos, não deixaram praticamente nada para trás, tipo, assumiram tudo o que nós queríamos fazer, todos os nossos sonhos, todos os nossos planos que tínhamos para o futuro, que era impossível concretizar naquela altura, vocês tomaram como vossos e levaram-nos ainda mais longe. E para mim foi cada passo que vocês davam, cada dia, cada hora, tipo, para mim era um prazer enorme acompanhar-vos, era um prazer enorme saber como é que as coisas estavam a correr, o vosso dia a dia, o que é que quais eram as coisas mais importantes que estavam a desenvolver, e era fantástico saber que eu não consigo mesmo agradecer pessoalmente, não dá. Quero só agradecer em particular ao Chico por ser o melhor assessor que alguém pode ter ao quadrado, 2 vezes já, portanto é impagável mesmo ter-te como alguém que vai pegar no que tu deixaste e fica espetacular. Quero agradecer também à Rita porque, bro, é de todo o mundo, de todo o universo, a pessoa incrível que tu és. Eu lembro quando tu chegaste eras new em Lisboa quando foi o ENEM em 2019, tipo, tinhas acabado de chegar, tipo, era impensável era impensável ver alguém, um presidente de mão cheia, literalmente, e como já não quem foi o Baltazar, tanto física como mentalmente. É física e mental, é os dois. E muito obrigado por isso. Em particular quero agradecer também à Ana Sofia por vir fazer o maior step up de sempre, desde que entrou na CN Porto. O que a Sofia disse de ir buscá-la obrigou-a a não poder ter, entre aspas, tipo um segundo ano em que ela pudesse ser coordenadora e pudesse estar mais enjoying o que era a life de membro, porque ser membro no Porto é incrível, pessoal, garanto-vos. E ter que assumir logo uma responsabilidade de uma idade tão nova e simplesmente sempre continuar, sempre sem parar, é realmente fantástico. Tipo, tu és uma estrela e tipo, keep on shining, tipo, vai-te a eles. E à Sara porque não dá, é demasiado mesmo, é muito amor mesmo que tu emanas para toda a gente. Tu neste momento és o que é a alma desse em Portugal, tu és o driver disto tudo, tu és a inspiração para toda a gente e para mim também, e eu não consigo imaginar onde nós estaríamos neste momento se não fosses tu. Nós, qualquer um destes voluntários é impactado por ti, e eu acho que é importante que saibas isso, e tu estás sempre a destacar toda a gente, e é muito importante também ser destacada, porque ninguém gosta mais, na minha opinião, de SN como causa, como valor, como força para mudar o mundo como tu. E porque qualquer projeto que a SN tenha, qualquer coisa, tu assumes como teu, pegas e aí ficas junto do teu coração. E isso é das coisas mais bonitas que eu já vi aqui. Portanto, um especial também agradecimento a ti e ao resto da bordo, malta. Adoro-vos de coração. Obrigado, obrigado. Mesmo, 1000 vezes.
Anyone else for the speakers list? Thank you. Round of applause. Speaker, closing ceremony.
Guys, before I close, if you want to lead the international level, after all these beautiful speeches, you need to sign this. So just make sure the president, please, just make sure him here at the end and just sign the sheet.
Presidente ou LF, se não houver presidente?
The president or they are lawyers. The president's not. So I'm going to be very formal because, as you can see, I'm not in conditions to make a formal speech. And it's not my biggest suit, as you can already know. I already say, Sarah makes the speech, I'm the one that cries, so basically that's it. I just really want to take it from the bottom of my heart.
A morrer.
I just want to take it from the bottom of my heart to make it true.
Okay guys, so with this note, our general assembly is over. Thank you all.